Exactly 21 days until Selection Sunday, and this time of year, every win matters. And boy, do we have a good one here for you this afternoon. It's the 9th-ranked Purdue Boilermakers hosting the upset-minded Michigan Wolverines.
Go into these key players. I'm interested to see if there are any more career or season highs set today with the competitiveness of both of these teams. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Alex, as we transition now to take a look at the starting lineups for both of these teams here on the floor this afternoon. For the Purdue Boilermakers, as always, Chacoin, McAleer, Anderson, Colvin, Myers, and Hudson. On the other side of the net for the Michigan Wolverines, Nambio, Burke, Dimitrition, Boyette, Ray, and Boney. We thank you again for welcoming us onto your screens here this afternoon. Matinee matchup in the Big Ten Conference. An electric environment here at Holloway Gymnasium. The block party out in full on a Sunday afternoon. We're ready to get things underway. Boilermakers will serve first, and back to serve sophomore outside hitter Chloe Chacoin, Lafayette, Indiana native. One of the best freshman campaigns in Boilermaker history. Sends it away as we get started here in West Lafayette. Kept alive by the Wolverines after hitting to the Boiler block. That one's going to hit the floor. First point of the matchup to the Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah, and it's important for Michigan to get off to a fast start here today and really just build some confidence.
Well, this is one of the best offensive teams in the Big Ten. A team that won just 5 games 2 seasons ago. Trying to build a program here is Aaron Virtue. Trying to knock off the top-ranked Boilers today. Down the line to Hudson. Hudson just taps it over the Wolverine block and finds the floor. Eva Hudson with her first kill of the afternoon.
Picking up right where she left off from the game against IU this past Friday.
Yeah, career high 26 kills for Eva Hudson on Friday night in the season sweep against the Indiana Hoosiers. Hudson second in the Big Ten right now with 393 kills. Boilers with the advantage, and Allie Hornung to send it away. Into the block of the Boilers. A name that you're going to hear a lot today, Raven Colvin. Colvin leads the Big Ten in blocks, and you see right there why on that play. Wolverines able to play it, set down the line. Back-to-back blocks, the first one from Colvin, the second from Eva Hudson. Hudson known for her offense, as we talked about the 26 kills, but tied her career best on Friday night with 5 blocks, her first one of the matchup there.
Yeah, the Boilers just have so much poise at the front of the net, and that was the thing we were talking about going into this game was can the offense of the Wolverines keep up with the defense of the Boilers?
Massive swing there from Kendall Ray, her first kill of the matchup for the grad student from Dallas, Texas. Inching Michigan closer. It's 3-2 now as the Wolverines retain possession. Valentina Volleette to send it away. Played in the back row by Chacoin, down the line to Colvin. Raven Colvin tooling it off the block. Her first kill of the matchup. Boilers lead 4-2. Raven Colvin known for her blocking at the net, but so dangerous off of that slide. You saw it right there. Boilers send it away. A nice pancake dig there by Hornung, but it's going to be a kill for Jackie Boney. Boney, the 6'4" senior from Brookhaven, Georgia. Seems to be some confusion right now. Dave Shondel's having a conversation with the line judge.
Yeah, they're looking at something kind of tough to tell what exactly that is. It looked like a kill for Boney from where we're sitting.
Now the line judge is going to go over and talk to Aaron Virtue and explain the situation. We'll have to wait and see if we can get a decision on this. We got side conversations all over the place. Hudson and Boney over talking to the net judge. Now Boney's gone over to the sideline to talk to Virtue. Both number 17s from each of these teams trying to get it figured out. So the call is their replay. So we will replay the point. It's 4-2 Purdue. Able to get the correct call here, and Taylor Anderson's going to send it away. Anderson with a big game on Friday night, 45 assists. Jackie Boney able to find the floor on that one. Now she has her first kill of the matchup, and it's 4-3 Michigan, or 4-3 Purdue.
Yeah, Jackie Boney said ball don't lie on that last point.
Kendall Ray back to serve for the Wolverines. Hudson keeps it up. Anderson to Colvin. He tries to tap it over. Boilers keep it up in the back row. Back to Hudson. Eva Hudson with the kill off the Wolverine block. Hudson with her second kill of the matchup.
Yeah, and Hudson had a lot of time to wind up and get all of that one. Fantastic set by Taylor Anderson. But when Eva Hudson gets a full windup, it's really, really tough to stop at the net.
Into the block of the Boilers one more time. Point Purdue, they extend their lead to 3. Tandem duo of Raven Colvin and Lizzie Carr at the net. Carr had a big night on Friday night, career high 10 kills, earning some playing time here. Nice job by Anderson to keep that one alive. Chacoin gets it over. And that one sails long out of the hand of Dimitrition. Point Boilers, they lead 7-3 early on.
Yeah, Purdue's really making Michigan uncomfortable right now. The crowd is fired up. Purdue forcing Michigan into a lot of mistakes.
Purdue in the midst of a 3-0 run. Make it 4-0 as Eva Hudson finds the range. A service ace for the junior.
Everything going right for the Boilermakers right now, and it's starting with their defense, making Michigan really uncomfortable at the front of the net. It's leading to other opportunities.
Hudson just misses on that one, so ball back to Michigan, 8-4 Purdue. It'll end the 4-0 run for the Boilers. And now the libero, Maddie Cochran back to serve.
Michigan with more errors than kills right now.
Down the line of Chacoin, she taps it over. Nice play there by the sophomore Chacoin to find the range, her first kill of the matchup.
Michigan looks very confused, and Purdue's keeping them on their toes offensively. We've seen them slide Colvin out to the side. You see here on the replay, Chacoin winds up and then goes with a little changeup, just taps it to the open spot on the floor.
Raven Colvin sends it away. Boilers able to keep it up. Chacoin just missing on that one, sending it a little bit long. Point Michigan, 9-5 now, Purdue. You have to imagine if you're the Michigan Wolverines, those are the kind of plays that you want to back Purdue into. Let Purdue make mistakes and then capitalize off of those mistakes. As that one is sailed a little bit long for the Wolverines. Back to the Boilers, who lead 10-5.
And Michigan, believe it or not, one of the best serving teams in the Big Ten. They are third in service aces in the conference. Rare error that time, though.
Freshman from Overland Park, Kansas, Ryan McAleer sends it away. Blocked at the net, but one hits the floor on the other side, so point Michigan. Huge swing from Chloe Chacoin, but didn't go the Boilers' direction. Now Michigan with another opportunity. 10-6. And Taylor Anderson just swipes that one over. The no-look kill for the Boilers.
Yeah, and Taylor Anderson has been the unsung hero of this Boilermaker team all season, and she's only a sophomore, third in the Big Ten in assists per set. And she plays with a really high IQ, just like you saw there.
Silent but deadly is Anderson, and Chicoine sends it away. Down the line, a huge swing there from Kendall Ray. The Boilers weren't able to play it, so point Michigan. 11-7 now as the Wolverines get the ball back. Michigan has been a very efficient team offensively this year. A tough break in the schedule. As we mentioned in the open, 4 of their last 5 games have been against teams in the top 15 in the country. Boilers able to keep it alive. Chicoine out of the back row. Michigan keeps it alive. Back to Ray. Anderson to Hudson. Hudson taps it over. Nice job by Ray to keep it alive. Out of the back row, and that one sails long out of the hands of Ella Dimitrition. Point Boilers 12-7 now here in set number 1.
And the defensive resistance from Purdue really showing in this first set. And that's why they've been able to keep the Wolverines at arm's distance. You see Michigan had multiple chances there for a big swing. And that time from Ella Dimitrition sails it wide.
Well, an absolutely disgusting number, too, as the Boilers are siding out at 100% here in set number 1. What a pancake dig from Ryan McAleer. Back row for the Wolverines, keep it out. Stuffed at the net, Raven Colvin. Here in West Lafayette, Indiana, the Purdue Boilermakers lead the Michigan Wolverines 13-7 here early in set number 1. And partner, Michigan needs to figure something out quickly, hitting 0.59 and siding out at 53.8% here early on.
Yeah, and Purdue's been nothing short of dominant in the front row. 7 blocks compared to Michigan's 0. It's really disrupted Michigan's offensive flow.
Just missing there as the Boilers weren't able to handle that one. Point Michigan, a nice response out of the timeout for the Wolverines.
Yeah, exactly what you want to see. Purdue caught out of position a little bit.
Jackie Boney, the deliverer of that kill, now with 2 here early on. As that one sails long out of the hands of Valentina Valyette, and then the Boilers get the ball back. 14-8 here. Talked about it a little bit in the open. The Boilers, winners of their last 3. Time of the year when all wins matter, as Selection Sunday is looming just 3 weeks away. As that one set up to Hudson. Eva Hudson with the kill, her 3rd of the matchup. Boilers lead by 7.
Yeah, and Eva Hudson doing a lot of damage on only 5 total attacks right now. You see, even when the Michigan defense gets set, you know exactly where it's going. Eva Hudson on the outside.
Yeah, not bad. Hudson 3 for 5, hitting 600. Chicoine's going to be upset with herself on that one. A nice swing from the Wolverines for the kill. Morgan Burke. Burke, the sophomore from Omaha, Nebraska. Chicoine's able to get that one up and then gets it over. A nice baseball swing there from Chicoine. Just had to get the ball over. A free ball for the Wolverines. And a mistimed swing out of the outside, and the Boilers get the ball back.
And a good job by Chloe Chicoine to save that play, including that baseball swing. Just like you said, I don't think Michigan was expecting to have to return the ball. A mistake made there on the outside.
Well, and we're going to get our first challenge here of the afternoon as the Michigan Wolverines are going to challenge that there was a touch at the net. We'll have to see. We'll take a peek at this right here. See if you see anything there, Gavin.
You know, you're kind of looking for the fingers, seeing any movement from here. Tough to see. You don't really see the fingers fall back at all.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a touch there. It looks like the ring finger and the pinky finger of Eva Hudson might have had some movement to it. But again, we'll have to wait and see what the line judge decides when they're taking a look here at this review. It would be a big point here for Michigan as they would break into double digits. Take another close look right here, Gavin.
Yeah, might be.
Looks like that ring finger
that
maybe,
ring finger definitely overlapping with the ball.
Oh, and especially when you're talking about an Eva Hudson. We heard earlier this season that her boyfriend's name is Natty, is a national championship is what she's searching for. So that national championship ring finger got hit there a little.
Stretched out a little bit.
We'll have to wait for the call here as the faithful here in Holloway are asking the referee just to let it be as the point went to the Boilers originally. And the call is going to be changed as there was a touch at the net by Eva Hudson. So point Michigan, 15-10 now Purdue. But a great opportunity, a great break for Michigan here as they can go on a little bit of a run. Kendall Ray back to serve for the Wolverines out of the challenge. Raven Colvin on the slide one more time. Second kill of the matchup for the senior from Indianapolis.
Yeah, and that's Purdue's go-to play when they're looking to break an opponent's momentum. Just sliding out Colvin. Michigan a step too late. Just plenty of open space for Colvin to swing it home.
Eva Hudson sends it away. Joust at the net between Burke and Colvin, won by Burke. A rarity, and don't normally see Raven Colvin getting beat at a joust at the net, but a great play there from Burke.
Yeah, Morgan Burke, a sophomore from Omaha, Nebraska. Plenty of guts to go up for a 50-50 ball like that at the net with Raven Colvin.
Lizzie Carr is able to get it over. Beautiful swing at the net and a kill for Ella Dimitrition. Second of the matchup for Dimitrition. 16-12 now as the Wolverines inch closer to the Boilers here in set one.
Yeah, and Michigan, no one's really dominated this game, but they now have 4 players with 2 or more kills.
Anderson to Chacoin, off the top of the block, played by the Wolverines. At the net again. Nice job by Anderson there as the outlet. Hudson down the middle. What a save by the Wolverines! They will not go away. The Boilers keep swinging. And Hudson, not enough on that one, but what a defensive play by Michigan just to keep that ball alive.
Yeah, easily the best play we've seen from the Wolverines so far tonight. Eva Hudson with a massive kill. But Valentina Valyette doing everything she can to keep it alive. And Michigan on a little bit of a run themselves.
Nice job defensively to keep it alive in the back row for the Wolverines. That one, mistimed swing there from Dimitrition. Point Purdue as that one didn't even make it over the net. 17-13 now here in set number one. Raven Colvin back to serve for the Boilers. Colvin hitting 2 for 4 tonight, 500, also with the 4 blocks. Top 10 in the Big Ten in service aces this season. That one is off the block of Chloe Chacoin. Point Michigan.
You see here just swinging it out to the outside. Chacoin, not the tallest person on this Purdue team, but giving up a fight in the front row.
Nice job there by Lizzie Carr, tooling off the block of the Wolverines. Carr starting to come on here late in this season, her first kill of the matchup.
Yeah, Carr right off the side of the hand of Ella Dimitrition. Purdue does so much damage on the outside.
Ryan McAleer sends it away. A play of the week against Indiana on Friday night. We've already seen her make a really nice dig here early on in set number one. Boilers get the point as that one, Michigan gets the point as that one went off the hands of a couple Boilers. So 18-15 now. Anderson sets Chacoin. Chloe Chacoin is cash money down the line. Her second kill of the matchup.
Yeah, I was going to say Chacoin a bit of a slow start. Only her second kill in 7 attempts, but her and Hudson just make such a deadly combo on the outside.
Now Chacoin sends it away. Big swing from the outside from Kennedy Ray. 19-16 now, and Michigan could have gone away here a couple of different times in this set, but the resolve of the Wolverines They only see themselves down 3 with the ball in their hands.
Yeah, a lot of momentum on Michigan's side right now, and the resistance at the front of the net that we saw from Purdue early in this game has kind of gone away a little bit. Michigan starting to figure out this Boilers defense.
What a diving save from Chloe Chicoine to keep it alive, but finished off by Jackie Boney. Boney with her 4th kill of the matchup.
Boney with a terrific start to this game, and it looked like that ball kind of went off the side of her hands. I don't know if that was intentional or not. You see a great save there by Chicoine.
Mira Chopra sends that one long, so the service error gives the ball back to the Boilers, and they're the first to 20 here in set number 1.
Yeah, definitely a tough break for the Wolverines. One of the best serving teams in the Big Ten with 3 service errors already in this first set. And you know they find themselves down by 3.
Yeah, Valentina Volliette second in the Big Ten in service aces this season. Wolverines keep it alive, and now a free ball for the Boilers as the Wolverines just have to get it over. Anderson sets Colvin again on the slide. And if some is good, more is better. Raven Colvin for the 3rd time here in set number 1 on that slide and finishing it with the kill.
That's how she's gotten all 3 of her kills here today, and they've all come at big moments in this set. See a lot of power for a middle blocker.
And the Boilers need a point. Rely on your senior middle block. Now Hudson gets it over the block of the Wolverines, but a nice job by the back row to keep it alive. Raven Colvin, her 5th block of set number 1. The Boilermakers sees them up 22-17, and a large number of that can be attributed to the senior from Indianapolis, Raven Colvin, 3 of 5 hitting 600 here early on, but the 5 blocks have been huge for the Purdue Boilermakers.
Yeah, she really sets the tone on defense and is such a consistent contributor on offense as well. So great to have as a senior, as a leader.
Nice response from the Wolverines out of the timeout. Valentina Volliette, her 3rd kill of the matchup. 22-18 now. So Michigan looks to climb back here in set number 1. Volliette sends it away. Joust at the net. Won by Taylor Anderson, point Purdue.
Yeah, and that serve had a ton of topspin on it, coming in very, very hot. A great dig by Purdue there, and then Taylor Anderson finishes it off.
That has to be a tough break partner when you're at the net. You get stuffed after a joust at the net, and the person who stuffs you just turns around and smiles like Taylor Anderson does. Smiles all around for the Boilers as that one sails long out of the back row from Volliette. And with that attack error, it will bring up set point as the faithful here at Holloway Gymnasium rise to their feet and bring out their keys. A tradition here at Holloway Gymnasium for the Purdue Boilermakers. Set down the line. Off the block of the Boilers have it. Chicoine out of the back row. That one sails long out of the hands of Chloe Chicoine. Point Michigan, so 24-19 now, as the Wolverines will see set point number 2. To Hudson. They're going to say net violation is Eva Hudson got a little too close to the net, so point Michigan. 24-20 now as the Wolverines will see set point number 3. Chicoine plays that one. Anderson to Colvin off the slide. Boilers keep it alive. And Raven Colvin finishes off set 1 for the Purdue Boilermakers, 25-20. Now we have a good one here for you this afternoon. The Michigan Wolverines and the Purdue Boilermakers as Michigan gets set to get us underway here in set number 2. Morgan Burke made a couple of nice plays in set number 1. She's going to start things off for us here behind the service line. Lourdes Myers on the slide, taps it over the block of the Wolverines for the first point of set number 2. Myers also getting her first kill of the matchup. Myers had a big game against Indiana, 9 kills, which was her season high on a 571 clip. One of the most improved players over the last 2 seasons for Dave Shondel's Purdue Boilermakers. Looks to do something here in set number 2. Heads up over there at the announcer's table, the public address announcer's microphone, the receiving end of that block at the net. Ella Dimitrition with her second kill of the matchup, now back to send it away for the Wolverines. Eva Hudson tools that one off the block of the Wolverines for her 4th kill of the matchup. Boilers lead 2-1.
Hudson off to a slower start than we're used to seeing. You see there, just too much power as it falls out of bounds, but 4 kills on 10 attacks for Eva Hudson here today.
Yeah, usually the block party has a sign that says too much sauce, but I haven't seen that one here this afternoon as the Wolverines down the line. Blocked at the net by the Boilers. Boilers' block has been deadly here early on. Colvin just kind of has to sidearm that one, but gets it over. Tapped over the Boiler block, played in the back row. Anderson to Hudson. Not where Hudson wanted it, off the block of the Wolverines. The Wolverines using some defense against the Boilers.
Yeah, that was Serena Niambio at the front of the net, just stuffing Eva Hudson. Really the first time in this game that we've seen Michigan show some fight at the front of the net and being able to stop Purdue's best player. Definitely a confidence builder as they tie this game up.
Yeah, 88th block of the season for Niambio, ranked 23rd in the Big Ten Conference. As the Wolverines go back-to-back and they get their first lead here of the matchup in set number 2. 3-2 here now.
Yeah, the easiest point of the season for Valentina Valliette. Mistake on Purdue's end, and Valliette just able to spike it right down.
Tough break there as that one doesn't make it over. Maddie Cochran wasn't able to find the range. So a service error for the Wolverines puts the ball back into the lap of the Boilers.
See, a bit of a dead ball there. Just didn't have enough power, a little bit too steep or too shallow of an angle.
Nice set and slam there by Jackie Boney. Boney starting to wake up a little bit, her 5th kill of the matchup. Boney had a big game on Friday night against Ohio State, 16 kills, which is her career high in a loss to the Buckeyes, but Boney continuing that great play here this afternoon. Chacoin taps it over. What a dig from Allie Hornung, keeping the ball alive for the Boilers. Blocked at the net from Chloe Chacoin. Chacoin's first block of the matchup. We talked about her size earlier on, one of the shortest player on the court, but her heart's about 6'8".
Oh yeah, she's only 5'10", but she can jump as high as anybody out on the floor here today. Just getting up. Jackie Boney feeling it a little bit. They go to her on the outside, and Chloe Chacoin says, not today.
Well, and you see the energy that breathes in there. Normally Raven Colvin blocking balls at the net, but Colvin getting fired up watching her teammate Chacoin do it. Down the line, Chacoin! Chloe Chacoin with the dunk. Her 3rd kill of the matchup, and the Boilers now lead 6-4.
Yeah, back-to-back plays where we've seen Chloe Chacoin make a huge impact. You saw the block a moment ago. Hopefully that builds confidence for her offensively.
A correction, 5-4 Purdue. Off the block of Myers and Carr. Another one for the Boilers, and they now lead 6-4.
Yeah, just so much pressure at the front of the net. It's like pick your poison. Lourdes Myers, a 6'3" middle blocker, coming in for Raven Colvin. And she's just as much of a force.
A joust at the net, into the lap of the Boilers. Lizzie Carr off the block of the Wolverines. Huge swing out of the back row for Valliette. She slams it down for her 6th of the matchup.
Yeah, Valliette, only a sophomore, but you see the power that she has. One of the hardest serving and spiking players on the court here today.
245 kills for Volleyball, 2.94 per set this season. Off the top of the tape. A tough break for the Boilers as they weren't able to play it. A service ace for Kendall Ray. Ray, the 6'3" outside hitter from Dallas, Texas, Highland Park High School. Looking to go back-to-back here. That one sails a little bit too long. Another service error for the Michigan Wolverines. Their 5th of the matchup, and the Boilers have the ball back. A tough break there as that one just sails a little bit long. She was trying to hit that back corner. But now Ryan McAleer back to serve for the Boilers. What a dig from McAleer. Hudson's not able to get there in time, so point Michigan.
Michigan just hanging around here. Purdue jumped out to an early lead in the first set, but Michigan making adjustments and keeping this one close, tied here 7-7.
Mira Chopra now into serve for the Wolverines, the 6'3" middle block from Champaign, Illinois. Champaign Central High School. Hudson down the middle. Nice dig there by the Wolverines, Valliette. Hudson blocked at the net again. A big Niambio says not today.
And Valentina Valliette's been the best player of this set so far. And we've seen Michigan now a few times doing whatever they can to keep the play alive. As you see Hudson, it's a little bit too steep, getting blocked there.
Chicoine taps it over, but a nice job by Valliette to keep it off the floor. Off the fingertip of the Purdue block. Point Michigan after a nice swing from Ella Dimitrišian.
See here, just a good swing and tipped the fingers of Taylor Anderson. Eva Hudson couldn't play it. But Michigan looking very, very strong here.
We saw Michigan in set number 1 pull out the green challenge card, and as quickly as they could call point Michigan on that last one, Dave Shondell pulled the green card out and said, nah, I'd like to take a look at that. A challenge already went in Purdue's direction in set number 1, as Purdue was awarded a point after a review of the call. Excuse me, Michigan was awarded the point after a review. We take a look here, see if you see any fingers on this one.
Hard to tell. Doesn't really look like it.
Myers and Anderson there at the net. I'm looking to see the finger movement, and kind of what we were looking for on the first review, seeing that ring or that pinky finger move, and I don't see any flex of the fingers there from Taylor Anderson.
Definitely not as clear compared to the one with Hudson, but a good challenge here by Coach Shondell if it goes the Boilers' way.
Well, and Michigan's playing really well here in set number 2. 9-7 is the score currently. They are going to change the call, so point Purdue. So it's 8-8.
We'll see if this gives the Boilermakers a little bit of momentum. Credit to Coach Shondell for believing in his girls. Willing to sacrifice a challenge for his players.
Boilers still have 2 challenges remaining after that one was successful, so we'll get back underway here, 8-8. The hand of Myers taps that over. Michigan goes over the block of the Boilers. Anderson to Hudson. Nice dig there from Valliette. Gets the ball back and gets it over. And Valliette, after saving the ball, gets the kill. 9-8 now, Wolverines.
Valliette is really taking over the set, and Eva Hudson looking pretty frustrated because this is the second or third time where what should have been an easy kill, Michigan, just the effort to keep plays alive, just like you saw in that time with Valliette and Morgan Burke.
Well, Valliette makes the save, and you see her clapping her hands there saying, give me that ball right back, and they did. See if Michigan can extend this lead, and they do as that one finds the back row. 10-8 now, Michigan.
Yeah, I'm surprised Coach Shondell isn't calling a timeout here. Just a lot of momentum on Michigan's side. they seem very, very comfortable in their offensive sets.
Able to keep that one up off the hands of Eva Hudson. Set back to Hudson. Hudson taps it over. The Ambio tried to get a hand on it, wasn't able to do it. It bounced around a little bit. 5th kill of the matchup for Eva Hudson. Oilers were siding out in set number 1 at 100%, down a little bit to 71%, still an efficient number. Michigan bumped it up a little bit, siding out at 63.6. Miscommunication at the net for the Michigan Wolverines. Back-to-back points now for the Purdue Boilermakers.
Yeah, and taking a look at the hit percentage, Michigan really turning it around, hitting .222 in this set, where Purdue off to a slow start, only .059. Not as efficient as we're used to seeing.
Huge swing on the outside there. Ella Dimitrition with authority.
Making up for that mistake and deflected off of, I believe that was Anderson, straight into Chacoin. That one looked like it hurt. Just a lot of power from the freshman.
Chacoin out of the back row. Nice dig there by Cochran. Tapped over the Boiler block. It is into the net for the second time against the Purdue Boilermakers, and that gives Michigan a 2-point advantage here in set 2. Dimitrition now back to serve it away, the Appleton, Wisconsin native. Freshman playing very efficiently today for the Wolverines. Into the block of the Wolverines. Ambio and Volleyette with the stuff. Here in set number 2, we welcome you back inside Holloway Gymnasium, and the Purdue Boilermakers in their 50th season of volleyball. We take a look at the series history between these two teams.
Yeah, you see last year when Purdue played Michigan, it was a 3-0 sweep. And we'll see what happens here today. Michigan obviously very much improved compared to last season.
84th all-time meeting between these two volleyball teams. Boilers lead the all-time series. As I mentioned, the Boilermakers celebrating their 50th year of women's volleyball being a competitive Division I sport this season. We're back underway here. Michigan in the midst of a 3-0 run. And Chloe Chacoin puts the stop to that one. 13-11 now.
Yeah, Chacoin getting a little bit of help from the net. That one caught Maddie Cochran off guard and a little bit out of place. See there, clipping the net, changing the positioning of that ball a little bit. Cochran couldn't adjust.
Taylor Anderson serves it away. Down the line and a big swing from Valentina Volleyette. Her 8th kill of the matchup. Leading both teams.
And Michigan now nearly matching Purdue with side-out percentages. The vibe is completely shifted from the first set.
And the Wolverines woke up here offensively in set number 2. Defensively as well, as that one put back into the lap of Raven Colvin. We saw her earlier on successful on that slide. Michigan able to call out the play there and get the block.
Michigan knew what was coming and leading this set in blocks. 4 for Michigan, 2 for Purdue.
Eva Hudson with the response as Cochran wasn't able to hold on to that one. 15-12 now as Purdue sees themselves down 3, looking for some momentum.
Yeah, it's got to feel good for Eva Hudson. Just plenty of space. Boney was a little bit late to slide over, and Eva Hudson just had free reign.
Boilers have a number of tools in the tool shed. It's just finding the opportunity and allowing them to utilize it. Back-to-back points for the Boilers as Lizzie Carr on the outside stuffed that one. Boilers down by 2 now.
Yeah, and Lizzie Carr, the tallest player on this Purdue roster at 6'6". You see the height just too much, too shallow of an attack angle. Boilers with a little bit of momentum here with the last 2 points.
What a dig from Eva Hudson out of the back row to Chloe Chacoin. She taps it over. Michigan keeps it alive. Michigan just has to get it over. Another beautiful dig from Hudson. Chacoin. Michigan to the outside. Able to keep it up is the Purdue Boilermakers. Hudson just has to get it over. A free ball for the Wolverines. Set at the net and stuffed. Raven Colvin. Her 8th block of the matchup. Couldn't come at a better time. 15-14 Wolverines.
Yeah, absolutely massive from Raven Colvin after a terrific volley from both sides. I just want to highlight Eva Hudson with a terrific dig. Both her and Chacoin have been making an impact on this game in more ways than just kills.
Michigan just has to get it over. A free ball for the Boilers. Lizzie Carr tooling it off the block of the Wolverines. A nice response there from Carr, and we're knotted up at 15.
Yeah, Purdue just has so many options at that middle blocker position. Lizzie Carr earning herself a lot of playing time this year, and she can be a force on both ends.
And what a beautiful thing for Dave Shondell. He's got Raven Colvin and Lourdes Myers, and then, hey, how about this? I also have a 6'6" coming off the bench. Chloe Chacoin down the line, finding the range, her 5th kill of the matchup. The Boilers retake the lead 16-15 here in set number 2. Go back inside Holloway Gymnasium. Craig Combs and Gavin Connolly here bringing you the action here in the midst of set number 2. And the Purdue Boilermakers partner in the midst of a 5-0 run. We saw the last time out from the Boilermakers, or the Wolverines were in the midst of a 3-0 run. The Boilers kind of flipped the tides here.
Yeah, it's been a battle of runs here in the second set. A lot of contributors for Purdue, a lot of people getting involved. Colvin, Lizzie Carr, and Eva Hudson all putting their fingerprints on this game.
Carr just missing that one, ricocheting back into her lap, point Michigan. So utilizing those timeouts are the Michigan Wolverines, and Aaron Virtue getting the point, tying it up here at 16. Michigan Wolverines looking to end their 4-game skid, while the Purdue Boilermakers look to extend their win streak to 4 here today. Raven Colvin one more time. Nice play out of the back row from the libero. Set for Colvin again. Raven Colvin with the kill. Her 5th of the matchup to go along with the 8 blocks.
Yeah, just her first of this set after having 4 in set 1. But again, coming at a big time, Purdue getting the lead back. Valentina Volyet, we've seen her make a lot of plays, have a lot of digs, but just couldn't play that one.
Well, there's just nothing you can do when you're the block, I mean, of either team, but there's a lot of hard hitters out here today where no matter how well your block is set up, the ball's going to bounce as it does. As that one sails a little bit long. Point Purdue as Purdue extends their lead 18-16, and weren't able to mention earlier on, but Julia Kane into the game for the Purdue Boilermakers, the setting specialist, the sophomore from Windermere, Florida. Anderson down the line to Chacoin. Nice dig from Cochran. Wolverines able to play it. Off the block of the Boilers, but playable. Hudson out of the back row, just taps it over. Nice dig there by Cochran. Again, into the block of the Boilers. Chacoin. Michigan keeps it alive. Oh my goodness. They're going to say there was a lift on that second one. A beautiful pancake dig, but then a lift. They got the ball over. But you can't do that, so point Purdue, they now lead by 3.
Would have been an incredible defensive effort. I know me and you both sat up in our chairs when we saw that ball go over the net. Thought it was surely a kill for Chacoin.
And service error for the Purdue Boilermakers, only their 2nd of the matchup. 19-17 now as they hold on to a 2-point advantage. Kendall Ray back to serve for the Michigan Wolverines. Looking to capitalize on the Boilermakers' mistakes here. Trying to knot this one up at 1. The Boilers took set 1. Set for Chacoin. Chloe Chacoin, so good. Fighting the range in the back row, her 6th kill of the matchup, slowly but surely making her voice heard here this afternoon.
Yeah, and just so controlled on offense. She knew exactly where that ball was going. Spun it perfectly to hit just in front of the line. Just finding holes where the defense is not.
Ryan McAleer with 2 assists Friday night against Indiana. Sends that one away. The libero, Cochran has to get it over. A free ball for the Boilers. Hudson out of the back row, off the tape. Michigan's able to play it. Not that time as Chloe Chicoine picks up the garbage and finishes it off. Chicoine's 7th of the matchup.
Yeah, she now leads the Boilermakers in kills. You saw there Hudson didn't get all of it on that swing, hitting the net, but then Chicoine, like telepathy, just right there to finish off the job.
At the net, a big swing and finish from Ella Dimitrition, her 5th of the matchup.
See Michigan bringing in Serena Niambio, who's caused a lot of trouble for these Purdue outside hitters in this set.
Chopra sends that one away. Lourdes Myers stuffed at the net from Ella Dimitrition. Dimitrition with her first block of the matchup. Has to feel good for the Wolverines, now cutting the Boilermaker lead to 2. Anderson back to Chicoine. Chloe Chicoine lethal with that cross-court kill. Chicoine now with her 8th kill of the matchup, tied for the lead amongst all players.
Yeah, she's really picked it up here this second set and been huge to this Boilers comeback.
Boilers up 3. Chicoine now sends it away. Out of the back row, a nice dig from Chicoine. Wolverines able to play it. Stuffed at the net. Lourdes Myers and Eva Hudson extend the Boilers lead to 4. 0-2 to the Purdue Boilermakers here at Holloway Gymnasium.
No, this one would especially sting because Michigan did a lot of good things here early on in this set. So to have it slip away in the second part of the second set would be very, very tragic.
Chloe Chicoine to send it away for the Boilers. Nice response from the Wolverines out of the timeout. A huge swing from Valentina Voyette. As Ryan McAleer wasn't able to play that one. Voyette now with her 9th kill of the matchup.
Yeah, and smart by the Wolverines to get Voyette involved. She's easily been the most effective player on the Michigan side this set. And just not giving up yet.
The All-American Hudson responds. 24-20 now. As we see set point here in set number 2. Boilers already lead 1-0. Looking to finish off the Wolverines here in set number 2. Monster swing from Niambio at the net. Only her 3rd kill of the matchup, but it couldn't come at a better time, and the Wolverines will see set point number 2.
Niambio, so much time and just finding the open space, spiking that one right down.
Eva Hudson finishing off the Wolverines here in set number 2. The Boilers win 25-21.
With 8 kills, but the defense here is strong. But what I want to talk about with Michigan and their offense is that their coach is the U.S. Olympic offensive coordinator. So even though that they've been able to read both teams very well, I will say that their offense on Michigan's team has been very strong, and I feel like they've been able to predict what's coming from Purdue's side. So going into this match, I'll be interested to see how they're going to retaliate on what Purdue has been doing in these past 2 matches. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Alex. We get ready to get underway here in set number 3, and partner, the Purdue Boilermakers hitting 214 through the matchup, siding out at 69%. Wolverines turn things around there in set number 2, hitting 154 as a team, siding out at 57.1. But we've mentioned it a couple of times, both we and Alex have also talked about how the Boilermakers have just been better at the runs. They've been better at keeping the Wolverines down. We'll have to see if they can change that here in set number 3. Chloe Chicoine starts things off. And a big swing on the outside from Valentina Voyette. As Alex, our sideline reporter, mentioned, that's who Michigan's going to need to activate here in set number 3 if they want to hang in here and avoid the sweep.
And she was a real playmaker for the Wolverines in set 2. only a sophomore, and you see just a lot of power, a lot of control on that swing. First one in double-digit kills on either side here tonight.
Eva Hudson tools it off the block of the Michigan Wolverines. Hudson with her 9th kill of the matchup. Knotted up at 1 here early on, and now Allie Hornung back to serve for the Purdue Boilermakers. Hornung, 2-time Defensive Player of the Week at the Big Ten Conference this season. Had a massive week last week, earning her that 2nd Defensive Player of the Week honor. What a dig from Ryan McAleer. And then a big swing from Colvin into that Wolverine block, sent back into the lap of Colvin. Nice job by Niambio and Jackie Boney.
Yeah, and the difference really has been when Michigan gets set in the front row, you know, they can do a lot of good things. We saw there Niambio and Boney just rising up to stuff home Colvin. But it's when they're not set, that's when the mistakes are made.
And Boney comes in at a 6'4", but Valentina Volyette, 2nd in the Big Ten in service aces, her 2nd of the matchup, 53 in total this season. A beautiful serve. She's got like a curve on it when it comes out of her hand, which is super difficult to play. Boiler's able to play that one. Eva Hudson with the slam. Boilers now have a hitter in double-digit kills. Hudson with 10, hitting just over 160 to go along with 4 digs and 3 blocks.
Yeah, and what we've seen with Hudson throughout the season is that she usually gets better as the game goes along.
3-2 Wolverines. A monster swing out of the back row off the face of Lizzie Carr, and Lizzie Carr appears to be shaken up here. Looks like she's going to stay on the floor, but a monster swing there from Volyette.
Yeah, you see Volyette got the full windup, and Carr just a step too late and taking it right off the head. Not going to be subbed out, though.
Well, and you didn't see it there. Dave Shondell walked over to ask her if she was all right, because she was wobbled off that ball hitting off the top of her head. 4-2 Wolverines. Hudson off the block of the Wolverines. Hudson with her 11th kill of the matchup. Boilers get the point here.
Yeah, 3 quick kills for Eva Hudson. You see just rising over the front row of the Wolverines. Perfect placement on that kill.
4-3. As that one is finished off from Volyette out of the middle. And partner, we talked about, Valentina Volyette coming into here set number 3, and Wolverines are really, really going to her here and allowing her to put some points on the board.
And she looks really, really comfortable in this position for only a sophomore. Just, they're going back to the well, and she is answering the bell every single time.
12 kills for Volyette, hitting .391. Nice dig out of the back row from Chopra. Between the block of the Boilers, finding the floor, 6-3 now. Michigan early on here in set number 3.
Yeah, we saw this in set 2. Michigan on the gas pedal early and not really giving Purdue any opportunities to create good offense. A lot of just quick volleys that lead to Michigan points, and that's exactly what we're seeing here again in the 3rd set.
Yeah, Ella Dimitrition with her 6th kill of the matchup. Wolverines looking for more. Chopra keeps that one alive, but Raven Colvin with the finisher, her 6th kill of the matchup. 6-4 now, Michigan.
Right place, right time for Raven Colvin. The ball just kind of floats right to her, and she doesn't waste any time, just spikes it down quickly as the Michigan defense was all out of sorts.
Well, and very similar to Valentina Volyette, somebody that we didn't hear from a lot in set number 2. Now we're starting to hear from her a lot, but Raven Colvin's somebody that we heard a lot from in the first, but hasn't had the playing time in sets 2 and 3. Joust able to keep it up from the Wolverines, but Lizzie Carr says not today. Carr with the finisher at the net.
Yeah, Michigan did everything they could to keep that play alive, multiple pancake digs, but eventually Lizzie Carr was just waiting for that one. Just absolutely smothering at the front of the net.
Yeah, it has to feel good for Carr after taking that ball earlier on and then able to finish that one, but Valentina Volyette continuing to establish her dominance here. against this Boilermaker defense here in set number 3. Volleyball now with 13 kills.
And hitting .411 as well. Only 3 errors on the day.
Boilers looking for a response here. Chicoine off the block of the Wolverines. Back to Chicoine one more time. Nice job by the Wolverine defense utilizing that huge swing from Chicoine. Anderson's able to keep it up. Free ball for the Wolverines as Chicoine gets it over. Set again. Valentina Voyette, a statement here in set number 3, her 14th kill of the matchup.
Yeah, no answers for Purdue when Michigan's been going to Valentina Voyette. You saw that time Chicoine got her hands on it but just redirected it. Couldn't make a play.
Michigan on a little bit of a run here. Boilers trying to stifle that. Back to Lizzie Carr. Carr tooling it off the top of the block of the Wolverines. Carr with her 3rd kill of the matchup. Boilers down 8-6.
You see Lizzie Carr getting a breather now, but she's 6'6". She can literally just go over the defense sometimes. We've seen it a couple times here tonight, just ricocheting it off the top of the Wolverines' fingers.
Ryan McAleer in to serve for the Boilers. Michigan. Again, Voyette tooling it off the block of the Boilers. Voyette's 15th kill of the matchup, and it's now 9-6 Michigan. Purdue continuing not to have any answers for Valentina Voyette as she's taking control of set number 3. We'll see if the Boilers can adjust the defense. No adjustments needed there as Taylor Anderson with the no look.
Yeah, when we say that Purdue plays smart, it's plays like that. It's plays like plays that Anderson makes, like Myers makes, like Colvin makes, where it's just smart, where it's not, it's kind of spontaneous, but it's the right play, and it often leads to success.
Spontaneous is a perfect word. It's doing something the other team doesn't expect, and she continues doing that here. Oilers looking for back-to-back points here. And somehow, some way, Eva Hudson with the rainbow finds the floor. Back-to-back points for the Boilers. It's now 9-8.
And Eva Hudson showing off the experience. A little bit of a changeup there, just kind of flopping it right up and over the defense.
Down the line to Voyette. McAleer with a acrobatic save to keep the ball off the floor. Joust at the net. Carr keeps it over. Michigan not able to complete the movement. Point Purdue after some confusion there in the front with Niambio.
Yeah, I thought Michigan was going to go back to the outside where Voyette was waiting.
Back inside Holloway Gymnasium as we get back underway after the timeout from the Michigan Wolverines. We are knotted up at 9. Michigan out to an early lead, and Purdue with a response here, which drew the timeout from the Michigan Wolverines. Hudson off the block of the Wolverines. Michigan plays it, and a beautiful swing from Serena Niambio finding the range. 10-9 now Michigan. And partner, that's what you want. If you're Aaron Virtue coming out of the timeout, a response from your team, and they got it. See if they can go back-to-back here. Hudson tooling it off the block of the Michigan Wolverines. We're tied at 10.
Now you see Michigan with really quality offense coming out of the timeout. Purdue responds with just going to one of the best players in the Big Ten, Eva Hudson. And she does what she does best on the outside.
That one is off the block of the Boilers. Point Michigan. Make an update as well. A previous call was not Serena Niambio. It's Amalia Simmons coming in, getting her first action of the afternoon. Amalia Simmons also with her first kill and a block.
And who else on the kill but Valentina Voyette? We're see her game just ascending and her confidence growing every single point.
Yeah, Voyette continuing to lead all hitters with 15 kills. Trying to will her team back here. Nice dig out of the back row to keep the ball alive. Off the block of Raven Colvin. Down the line to Eva Hudson, tapping it over. Eva Hudson, true on that tap. Her 14th kill of the matchup. We're tied at 11.
Smart play by Eva Hudson there. Michigan Wolverines defense just a step too late, so they overcompensated, jumped as high as they could. And Hudson with just a controlled little tap over the net.
Simmons off the tape. Boilers play it. Nice dig out of the back row. Back to Simmons. What a dig from Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week, Allie Hornung. Blocked at the net as Eva Hudson looks at her teammates and says, let's go. Her 4th block of the match.
You see Michigan celebrating on their sideline. Point Michigan.
Well, and that's the right call, partner, and Michigan benefits from that challenge, and now they get the ball back into their court. It's 12-11 Michigan here.
Yeah, and a big-time challenge by Erin Virtue.
And Virtue has done a really nice job with this Michigan Wolverines program. As Eva Hudson finds the range in the back row, her 15th kill of the matchup. You see there, a no doubter there from Hudson. Out of the back row one more time, Valentina Volyet, her 17th kill of the matchup, leading all hitters.
Just continuing to be a force. We've seen her positioned on the outside for the majority of the game. At this time, just coming straight down the middle of the court. Purdue a little late to react.
And she has a deadly swing.
She does. Just a lot of power. And a lot of movement as well.
Lizzie Carr off the top of the block. Raven Colvin picking up the trash and finishing that one off. Colvin with her 7th kill of the matchup.
You see here on the replay, Mira Chopra just put that one on a tee for Raven Colvin. We've seen plays like this from her before, but that one was probably the easiest point of the day for Colvin.
And we're tied at 13 as Julie Kane sends it away. Kane with a nice dig, keeping it alive. Anderson down the line to Chacoin. Chloe Chacoin, 9th kill of the matchup, gives the Boilers a 1-point advantage.
And I like the move by Shondell to bring Lizzie Carr back into this game in the front row, because Michigan just seems a lot more hesitant to really attack the outside when they're going up against Carr in the front row.
Volyet doesn't get the big swing on that one, just has to get it over. A free ball for the Boilers. Off the block of the Wolverines. Back to Volyet, but a nice dig by Anderson. Anderson to Carr. Carr just gets it over. Joust at the net between Carr and Myers. Back to Volyet. A dig, but too much from Valentina Volyet. Her 18th kill of the matchup as that one went off the roof.
Good effort by both sides there. No one wanting to quit. Both teams knowing what's at stake in this 3rd set.
Back-to-back points for the Michigan Wolverines. 15-14 now.
The MBOs had a pretty quiet, good game. 3 kills and now 4 blocks. She's made it difficult for some of these Purdue outside hitters.
Nice dig there from Demetrician. Joust at the net. Wolverines get the ball. Free ball for Purdue as the Wolverines just have to get it over. Back to Chacoin. Chacoin taps it over. A nice dig there. Back to Volyet. Hudson out of the back row. Down the line to Chacoin. Joust at the net, kept alive by the Wolverines. Somehow, the MBO gets it over. Lizzie Carr tooling it off the block of the Wolverines. Carr with her 4th kill of the matchup.
Yeah, a tough break for Ella Demetrician there, because she was ready for Carr's swing and got both hands on it, just falls out of bounds. Point Purdue.
Ryan McAleer back to serve for the Purdue Boilermakers. Blue Valley High School. Freshman sends it away. Down the line to Volyet. Volyet tooling it off the Boiler block. Her 19th kill of the matchup. 16-15 now, Michigan.
And Volleyball still hitting it at a tremendously efficient rate. 444 hit percentage.
Tough break there as the sixth service error of the matchup for the Purdue Boilermakers as we inch ever closer to that 20 mark. It's 16-16.
Yeah, and those are the mistakes that you cannot make at this point of the game for Michigan. You've got to be a lot more conservative when you're serving it. You just cannot give Purdue free points when they're up 2-0 in this game.
So tie game here in set number 3 as Chloe Chacoin sends it away. Michigan having some trouble with it, but gets the ball over. Anderson, another sneaky attack from Taylor Anderson, the third one here of this matchup. Anderson with her 4th kill of the matchup to go along with 30 assists and 7 digs.
Yeah, Anderson spotted that back right corner and saw that someone on Michigan was out of place and just wasting no time, sending it right to that spot.
And how about an ace for Chloe Chacoin? That has to feel good for Chacoin. Her 10th kill of the matchup. And that, and the Purdue Boilermakers will close after today's matchup with 4 straight matches versus ranked teams or teams receiving votes.
Yeah, you see there Rutgers, then Illinois, and then they make the trip to Happy Valley to take on number 3 Penn State. You see later on in the schedule playing in Eugene, 12th ranked Oregon, a little bit of revenge after Oregon knocked out Purdue in the NCAA tournament last year. And you see Michigan just conference play the rest of the way.
Yeah, a couple more ranked matchups for the Wolverines as they have the Golden Gophers and the Ducks on the schedule, trying to come back here against the Boilermakers here in this one, but the Boilermakers come out of the timeout with a response. 19-16 now as Purdue extends the lead to 3, looking to be the first team to 20 here in set number 3.
4-0 scoring run for the Boilermakers.
Able to play that one. Chacoin has done an admirable job serving, but the block of the Wolverines with the answer. Serena Nambio with another block, her 5th of the matchup. And those are the kind of the plays, if you're the Michigan Wolverines, that'll get you back into this ball game. Eva Hudson with the response, tooling it off the block of the Wolverines. 17th kill of the matchup for the junior.
She is so good on the outside, so unstoppable. See Michigan just a half step too late, and that's all Eva Hudson needs, that powerful swing.
Nice job there keeping the ball alive from Cochran. Anderson on the slide to Raven Colvin. Colvin with her 8th kill of the matchup to go along with 8 blocks. Boilers lead 21-17.
Yeah, and Purdue can smell it right now, really closing in on the sweep. And I love how Coach Shondell is giving it to his playmakers on pretty much every single point here between Colvin, Chacoin, and Hudson.
Nice job there by Volleyball to split the block of Hudson and Colvin and find the range. Her 20th kill of the matchup to lead all hitters. Valentina Volleyball also hitting .436 back to serve. Go along with 18 digs and 2 blocks. That one sails a little bit too wide there for the second best server in the Big Ten as the Boilers now lead 20-18, looking to finish things off here.
Yeah, a tough mistake for Volleyball there. Just got a little bit too fancy with it. That one was spinning as much as we've seen today.
Blocked by Carr. And it lands out of bounds. Point Purdue, 23-18 now. A deadly setup at the net there with Carr and Colvin, the 2 middle blockers currently. Anderson somehow keeps that alive. Chacoin to Hudson. Eva Hudson putting it down, and that will bring us to set point here in set number 3. We will also see match point here in set number 3 as the Boilers look to bust out the brooms and sweep the Wolverines off the floor. Ball hit over. Set for Hudson. Eva Hudson with the exclamation point on this Boilers 3-0 sweep. They win set number 3, 25-18.